Hey dear friend, welcome. You're here because you're interested in minimalism and how to use this method as a powerful tool to transform your life, to declutter both emotionally and physically, and to create space in your life for things that actually matter to you. Minimalism is something that has helped me a lot in so many ways over the past several years now. And I am really delighted to be able to sit down over a cup of coffee or tea with you and go through some of the steps that I took that helped me on this journey. So if you're someone who is intimidated by the idea of minimalism, this series is for you. I'm calling this the Minimalism Intensive. And if you're watching for free over on my YouTube channel, welcome. I'm going to be posting the first 3 installments of this series free here on the channel. The rest of the 7-part series is going to be available for over on my platform, Rewildest Life, which is a membership that encompasses all things rewilding. Minimalism, connecting to nature, connecting to your soul through yoga, meditation, mindfulness, so much more. I do monthly coaching over there. I do live streams, and there's a really wonderful Facebook community too. So if you haven't had a chance to check that out, I would highly recommend that because you're not going to want to miss the full 7-part series. But either way, you're going to get 3 installments here on the channel, and they're going to be really valuable. I'm going to walk you through how to begin minimalism by setting up an intention for what you want your minimalist journey to be, what you want it to provide for you. And that's what we're going to talk about in this video. In the next 2 videos, we're going to talk about decluttering physically and emotionally. So let's begin with setting up intention. And intention setting, even though it sounds like kind of a more abstract spiritual concept, is actually one of the most important things. It's the most important step, I think, when you're starting out. When I started minimalism, using it as a tool in my practice, there were some things that kind of didn't jive that much with me, but I still did them anyway because I thought it was like almost adhering to a diet, right? Like, oh, I'm doing minimalism, so I have to follow these steps that I see other influencers doing online. And I really wish I hadn't done that. It put undue pressure on myself to just sort of conform to someone else's image of what minimalism was to them. And it's wonderful that minimalism was that for those people, but it doesn't need to be that for everyone. The most beautiful thing about minimalism is that it's different per person. It's not like a diet or, a religion. It's not a one size fits all. This is customizable to you, depending on what your needs and intentions are. Now, looking back, I realize now as I move forward in my journey that really what my intention was all along was to create space in my life, physically and emotionally, for things that mattered to me on a deep level. But when I first got started, I didn't really have that set intention. I was looking more at videos and images that were being shared on places like Pinterest of these beautiful minimalist environments and homes, mostly these sleek, modern environments, trying to aspire to make my dwelling look like that, or make my office space look like that, or make my wardrobe look like that. But that can be just as bad as, trying to conform in any other way, like trying to make your body fit the shape of someone else's body on a magazine, or trying to just, compare yourself to other people, trying to get a house that looks like someone else's house or car just because that person has it. It never works out, does it? It's like this comparison game, we need to leave it behind. It's not serving us. So minimalism at first was just me trying to get rid of as much stuff as possible whether I liked it or not, so that I could sort of aspire to this ideal, this benchmark I set for myself. But really, and I learned this over the years, the intention that is dear to me and that fuels me forward in my journey with minimalism is creating space for the things I love. So for example, space in my physical home to create art, to have a space to paint, to do yoga, a really nice relaxing space to write in, to have my low floor table and not a big cluttered desk. So it was about creating space for the things I love physically. On an emotional level, it was about letting go of ideas and concepts in the comparison game and the rat race mentality of needing to always be doing something, always be producing, never have a rest day, keep grinding and hustling and doing all the things. It was slowly and gradually letting go of that mindset. And that, man, let me tell you, that takes time and it takes a lot of reminders. It's not a one and done process. It is a steady drip, drip, drip over time that carves the new path in your mind to allow for new, healthy, positive habits of change and transformation. So if you feel like your surroundings are too cluttered, your home maybe, or a room or a space, or a shared dwelling, whatever it may be, or if you feel like your mind is too cluttered, you're overwhelmed emotionally and you want to break through to new clarity and inspiration, I invite you to start this journey by getting quiet with yourself and setting an intention for what you hope this journey brings you. So perhaps write down in a journal or just meditate in your own mind. I want to declutter my home so that I can feel inspired to create each day. I want to let some things go that I feel are weighing me down from my past. Maybe physical things that remind you of something, or maybe emotional things. I want to create new space for fill in the blank. Yoga, healthy eating, dancing, painting, drawing, learning an instrument, getting together with friends and family, having more of a gathering space available, being able to feel like I have more breathing room in my own home. The thing that I find interesting about our physical environment, and this is something I've noticed in myself for years, is that it really affects us mentally and emotionally. Sometimes when we have too much clutter around us, it can actually cause us to feel more closed off in our minds, more frustrated, more anxious. And if we can tidy up, organize, let some things go that we might be holding on to without even knowing why, it's amazing the transformation that can occur. But start with figuring out why are you embarking rather on this journey? Why do you want to invite minimalism into your life and into your mindset? What do you want to create space for? What do you want to invite into your life? What would you like to let go of? What are you holding on to because you feel guilty or like you have to hold on to these things, whether it's emotionally or physically? Are you holding on to anything emotionally or physically because you feel like it might hurt someone's feelings if you let those things go, or it might let someone down, or you might lose some memory from the past maybe, or A feeling of identity can often be tied up to physical objects. It's amazing how when we start asking ourselves these questions, lots of emotions can come up. And I would like to encourage you to not judge. Make this a meditative and mindful practice that will actually aid in your own self-growth. Don't judge yourself. Just notice, okay, I have an attachment there. Let's explore that. Is that a good attachment? Or is it not serving me in a positive way? Is it a negative attachment? Is it something that I can compassionately invite myself to let go of? We don't have to be harsh here. We don't have to be like strong-arming ourselves into forcing ourselves to let go of certain things. Let's take this all in our stride and start out with a simple intention. So write down those questions that I just said, or simply, maybe rewind and ponder them. Hit pause for a couple minutes or something and just have a think. What is the intention you want to invite? And set that intention in the seed of your heart. Plant that seed. Because when we plant that seed, we actually begin to call into our reality so many good things. The manifestation of this good, positive outcome. What we would like minimalism to bring into our lives. So I invite you, my friend, to start with intention and allow your intention to fuel you forward in this journey. Minimalism can be a beautiful and valuable tool. It's something that has served me very well, and that's why I'm making this series, because I believe it could serve you too. So comment below and share your intention if you'd like to. It's always fun to have a bunch of like-minded people gathered together sharing their different intentions. It can help motivate and encourage all of us as a unified community. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being on this journey with me. If you're watching on YouTube, please feel free to check out rewildestlife.com, my membership platform where you'll be able to receive all 7 installments of this series. Otherwise, you can look forward to seeing the next 2 parts on decluttering coming up. I'm excited to have you here. I send you all my love, all my light. Namaste, my friend.